Well, sitting beside me now is someone who needs no introduction whatsoever to you Kettering Town fans. It's one of our legends, and of course I'm referring to Craig Norman. Craig, welcome to Latimer Park. It's
Thank you.
Great to see you again. It's been a little while since
good to be back.
I've seen you. You've been here on a few occasions watching, I know. And Craig, for those of you that don't know, and you must be one or two that might not know, made 369 appearances for the club, scoring 78 goals. 47 of those from the penalty spot. He's was known as the penalty king. He hit his 50th goal for the club at Wembley Stadium in the FA Trophy 2000 final against Kingstonian. Hit one of the longest shots in history at Rockingham Road, if I remember right, and put us on our way to promotion against Tiverton back there in the Dr. Martins league all those years ago. Craig must have some fantastic memories.
Oh, great memories, yeah. I mean, saying the 50th goal at Wembley, I didn't know that today, so... But yeah, some great days. I mean, Wembley, Tiverton. It's just so many. I mean, it says nearly 380 appearances. And
369, but could have been a lot more, but injury didn't help.
Yeah, I did have a few injuries. Yeah, I thought I broke my collarbone down at Hayes. Kept me out for a while, but I did have quite a few injuries, to be fair. But I was always back a little bit quicker than was expected. That was Peter Morris's fault. We just used to get me in to say you was fit, and that was it. Whether I was or not was another man.
Typical Morris, isn't it? Yeah. I mean, this is a tough question for you to answer, but thinking about the games that you've played for the Poppies, have you got one that really stands out? Is there one game, or is there a couple of games that you think, that's my pièce de résistance, or that's what I really think is my game?
I'd say Bishop Auckland in the I think it was a quarter final with the trophy on the way to Wembley, because we in the replay, not the replay, was it? Was it the home game?
The two penalties.
Yeah, it was
2-2.
Yeah, 2-2. But we went 2-0 down. I think in about 10 minutes, and we were sort of a little bit deflated, and we thought we were out here. And it was such a good chance. We knew we'd had a good draw, and this sort of could be our year. And I think I got both the goals to get us back as a draw, and then we went to Bishop Auckland and in midweek and won up there. So when the home game was. Yeah, that was quite special, getting the 2 goals and sort of keeping us in the tie, really.
I mean, 9 seasons with the club. I mean, you've seen promotions, you've been to Wembley. I mean, what was it like coming out and seeing that bank of Poppies fans down that left-hand side? It must have been fantastic. Yeah,
I mean, it was... I mean, we went down, I think, on a Wednesday or Thursday down to St Albans, and I mean, the club really sort of laid it on for us. It was... and we stayed in an hotel, went to Wembley the day before, but on the coach, when we was coming to Wembley, you drove into sort of Wembley, and all of a sudden it just sort of opened out, and there was sort of red and white sort of everywhere, and that sort of it took you back on the coach, and you thought, wow. And then walking out, it was a nice day, and when you looked down the right, it was just Kettering everywhere.
Special moment there scoring at Wembley?
I was praying that we were going to get a penalty. It was surreal, really, because I just don't remember a lot about it, really. When he gave the penalty, I mean, it looked a stonewall penalty to me from where I was, but when I see it afterwards, oh my God.
We had the DVD.
Brett tripped his self up, but...
Mustafa, wasn't it, of all people?
Yes,
as well,
and I mean, to be fair...
blatant, though. At the time, it's blatant.
It looked blatant to me. I mean, I can see why the ref give it, but... it was, obviously, scoring there and sending the goal.
What is it? Penalties. Let's just talk about penalties. England are so bad at them when it comes to actually shootouts, etc. You were exceptional at them. Was it something you consciously decided to do with your career as a penalty taker? Was it forced upon you? And what's your secret?
I don't think there's anything I started taking them, and then I sort of done a little stutter just before I took it, and then it sort of progressed from there, really. In the early days when I was I remember playing for Chelsea in a youth game, and Gary Johnson, the manager who signed me, he was youth manager at Cambridge, and I remember scoring a hat-trick of penalties against him, and it sort of started from there. And when I come to Kettering, I think we played, I can't remember, we played in the FA Cup somewhere, and I think Neil Pope was there, and we got a penalty, and he wouldn't let me take it. So that would have been my first penalty, but Neil Pope took it. I think he scored, to be fair. But once I started taking my penalties, I think it's a little bit of a myth, because people say you should, when you're running up, know where you're going to put the ball. Well, I never ever knew where I was going to put it before I took a penalty. No, I never ever. My eyes were always fixed on the goalkeeper, so I would have my little thing just before I got to the ball, and I would say, goalie would make my mind up for me. He'd either go slightly early. When he went slightly early, I'd say probably 70% of my penalties, the goalie went the wrong way. If he didn't move, I was always confident I could beat him into the corner, whether he went the right way or not. And 9 times out of 10 I did. So yeah, I never ever knew. So people say never change your mind when you're running up, or I never ever knew.
Probably why England can't do it then.
Yeah, probably.
Must be disappointing to miss the 38th one though against Woking, wasn't it? Last day of the season, you come back from injury, and of
yeah.
the ones you took, I remember it. It was such a weak penalty.
Yeah,
of all of them, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think we got relegated that way, didn't we? Yeah,
1-2-0, but
yeah, I think we was relying on Hensford or something like that, weren't we? And as a player, we were on the pitch. We knew we had to win, and the results had to go for us. So I think they were 2-0 up within no time, and we knew on the pitch that we were relegated, even though we were winning ourselves. And it was sort of a deflated feeling. The sort of went up with a penalty, and I just sort of rushed it, and you know.
Yeah, you didn't look confident.
Yeah, I was a little bit sort of low taking it. Just knew. Yeah, that relegation feeling, and it was.
The next season at Tiverton, though, a different scenario completely. Again, hundreds and hundreds of Poppies fans there at Tiverton, and it was 0-0. We had to win that game.
Yeah.
We had to hope that Tamworth lost or drew.
Folkestone.
And there must have been some nerves coming up that one, surely.
Yeah, it's the same again. We went down the night before, and to be totally honest, we thought the league had gone really, because you thought Tamworth were going to win, and.
Hinckley, wasn't it? We just had Dean Thomas on, and he was managing Hinckley at the time. We lost 2-1, I think, at Hinckley on a bone-hard pitch.
That's right, yeah.
And the Tiverton game really was the...
Yeah, and I mean, they were going well themselves, Tiverton, weren't they? So it was no easy place to go to. But, yeah, we knew, fate was in someone else's hands, basically. So it was... Pressure was off us a little bit, but it was like so many fans there. I'll never forget, it was just so many. And you could hear the scores coming in, and all of a sudden it was like 0-0, but... I think Folkestone were 2-0 up, and you're thinking, oh, then the pressure really come on, because you're thinking, now, yeah, we can do it. It was the first time we sort of thought, well, we're going to sort of do it. And then I remember second half, I think we were 1 goal in front, and then we were 3-1 up, and then I took a throw on, and someone said, it's 3-2. Oh no, 20 minutes to go. So my mind sort of wandered into their game, but it was like, it was 1 goal either way. So if Tiverton had equalised, we'd lost it, and also you had to sort of concentrate on the matter in hand, and then we'd heard it was 3-0, and then thought they got another 10 minutes, they're going to do it. And
but what a goal from Steve Liner, wasn't it?
Yeah, something else. Yeah, that was something else. But yeah, when the whistle went, that was
marvellous, wasn't it?
That was some feeling. That was some day. That was.
Do you miss playing, or is it just now okay? You've got your memories and you've progressed, obviously, doing your jobs, etc. But is it something that you regret finishing early, maybe, or was it when you did retire from football? Was that a conscious decision?
I had to in the end, because I was 29, 30 now. When I went to, I struggled a little bit with my back. The last sort of season I was with Kettering, so I went and played a couple of seasons at Wellingborough season, and then I snapped my Achilles tendon. And that really, when I was that, just sort of put me in plaster for about 4 months, and thought my body was telling me enough was enough.
And for your sins and your receding hairline, you support Park Rangers?
I know, going grey. That's watching them, with season ticket holders, taking my little boy there, so we've had some ups and downs the last few years, a bit the same as Kettering, really, roller coaster of a ride.
What's your views on the current Kettering team? You've been to a few games, I know, and you've seen a few different displays, but overall, what's your impression?
Yes, very impressed. Obviously, I know a couple of them. Brett, he must be pushing.
He's pushing you, yes. He's pushing 14. He's pushing 14. Brett. But it's funny. One legend retires, another one's born, because as soon as you sort of finished, Brett Solkin came in, and he's done ever so well.
Ever so well. And I've had a season playing with Jason Lee. Just played in front of me. I think he played with Wellingborough.
Jason scored the all-important goal against
got
Bedford
cracking
that really
foot.
gave us that 1-0.
Yeah, I've seen a couple of games. I've been impressed. A couple of games last season, it was a shame in the playoffs going 2-0 up and sort of not doing it. But I thought always sort of fancied them this year to sort of run away with it, and they have really.
I mean, people have been on about managers, and you've played under quite a few managers for Kettering Town. The ones that you actually played under, who was the most inspirational, do you think, that gave you, I really feel this guy knows his stuff?
Peter Morris.
Yeah,
he was head and shoulders.
Very, very dour sort of character.
Yeah, he was head and shoulders. He was funny in his own way, Peter. He having played under him for a few years, the thing I'll say about Peter, he knew everything about everyone. So when you went away, if I was playing left back or centre back, he'd give you a rundown on the player you was playing against. If you didn't know him, he'd tell you his strengths, his weaknesses. He knew everything. He'd done his homework on everyone, and he had his funny ways, Peter. Behind the scenes, he was was quite fun in his way, but he could be dour. But it was him and Robbie Cook. I think they used to bounce off each other because Cookie was just like one of the lads, and and he was brilliant. And then you'd have Peter, was no nonsense, get the job done or else.
Yeah, the man that signed you, Gary Johnson, wasn't that successful at Kettering, but has gone on with Yeovil. I know he's just been sacked from Yeovil, but he took them into the league. He won the FA Trophy. He was the manager of Latvia. Had a glittering career away from Kettering. Yes,
I think Gary learnt a lot at Kettering. When I signed, I'd say probably the best coach, training and stuff like that was probably the best under Gary Johnson. I think he learnt a lot. In a sense, he was maybe a little bit too nice. He was like your best mate and stuff like that. And I think at the time, we had some big characters in the team, like your Richard Nugents and Tony Lynch's, I think. And it just sort of overrun itself, really. We had a good team there. We should have done a lot better than what it should. I think we let a few get away with a few bits and bobs, but you learn from it. And I think he learned from it and went on to have a successful career.
Had no thoughts about going football management yourself?
No, not at all. Not something like pills to me, yeah, exactly.
Need pills and grey.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, Craig, that's fantastic of you to come in. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day with your lad and your wife over here. Let's hope that Kettering come off to a resounding success in what we hope is going to be a large crowd out there.
Yeah,
building
sure
up when we came in, and the atmosphere should be really good. And one of those glorious Poppies days we hope. So there we go. Okay, Craig, that's fantastic.
Thank you very much.
Lovely to see you again, and all the best.